You now have a one-time ability to talk to your 15-year-old self for 60 seconds. What do you tell them?
No matter what advice I tell you, you won't listen, so just keep on keeping on. Edit. As a former ignorant teenager, still ignorant just older, and now a father of two, I truly believe that all you can do is be the type of person that is a good example for them to see. Words don't matter. Being a person that models good behavior and does the right thing while no one is looking does. They will turn out however no matter what you say anyways. That's why I hated the "do as I say, not as I do" phrase from my parents. Because you always end up doing what they're doing and not what they're saying. Maybe it's that I'm just that kind of sci-fi geek, but I can tell you with 100% certainty that 15-year-old me would have followed any advice from the future. In fact, I think if some scam artist who kinda looked like me gave a convincing enough performance, they could have gotten me to do their bidding. If you are literally talking with yourself and value the life experiences you've accrued so far, then this would also keep current you intact. Otherwise, if you have convincing words that created drastic behavioral change in past you, then current you might cease to exist. Or, current reality would reshape accordingly. You also might have memories of exactly what you said, so you'd already know what to say in that case. Or, you'd spawn a new timeline in which current you isn't a part of, so you'd be talking to a new, different you, rather than past you. The latter, you might want to give more groundbreaking or supportive advice as if you were talking to a friend, close family member, etc. You'd want the best for them, even if you wouldn't directly benefit. But, if you are just talking with regular past you, keep on keeping on, seems right. That's why I hated the "do as I say, not as I do" phrase from my parents. Because you always end up doing what they're doing and not what they're saying. Pretty much this happened between me and my mother. After my dad passed, the house where my brother and my mother lived belonged to him. Eventually no one wanted to live on that house anymore, so we decided to sell it. My mother was put in charge of selling it. And legally, 1/4 of the house belonged to me, 1/4 to my brother, and 1/2 to my mother. After it was sold, she didn't want to give me my part of the money, which was a pretty crappy thing of her to do unless you have a very good reason to do so, and the reason she gave was that it was important for me to invest that money somewhere because that would save money. That was true. If I got that money in an investment as she wanted, it would have been possible to save some money instead of how I ended up spending the money. But it was also true that I have always lived a much more frugal lifestyle than she ever has, and she could live a more frugal lifestyle and save a lot of money this way. Also, she meddled in my own life and had always wanted me to live a lifestyle that made me earn a lot less money and where I would spend a lot more money. So I knew that her discourse about saving money was bullshit. It was actually, I don't care about saving money overall, I only care about saving money if it's in a way that is convenient to me. So I ended up fighting with her until she gave me that money. That girl you wanna date? Just because she sleeps with you doesn't mean you have to date her. Or marry her. Or have kids with her. You are worth so much more than she is willing to give you. But that other girl that talked to you one time your freshman year? We like her. Actually, we love her. More than you ever thought was possible. More than you will ever want to admit. She will go off and get her master's and you won't talk to her again till she moves back home after her divorce. But she will come back with 3 wonderful children and shitty ex-husband. It will take work, but it's completely worth it. And you will be the happiest that you have ever been. Talk to her. It doesn't matter that she a cheerleader, plays sports, and is a lot cooler than you are. She'll come around. You've got this. You will face many rough days and nights, and sometimes your demons and insecurities will overpower the brightness in you. But you are beautiful and kind and are capable of so much. And you are worthy of attention and acknowledgement right now just as you are. Hang in there and don't listen to the criticism from your parents and sister. The world is so much better when you can surround yourself with non-judgmental voices. Good luck and have fun finding them. Work out and eat healthy. Life's a hell of a lot harder when you're overweight. If you start now, your teens and 20s will be 100% better. Go to university. You're more than capable of it. If you don't, you'll always regret not going. It's a chance to build lifelong friendships and expand your brain. It'll give you a leg up on your career and let you earn much higher wages than if you don't go and bounce around from job to job. You'll also feel more confident when meeting educated folk if you're also educated. Almost nobody loves their job. Finding a job you love is a myth. Get a government job with above average pay and excellent conditions to give you the ability to pursue the life you want. Don't fall in love at 17. Just don't. He will break your fucking heart and leave scars that take nearly a decade to heal. Find out what an ETF is and invest. Now, you can retire at 40 if you just figure out how the concept of compound interest applies in real life. Take a bunch of photos. One day you'll be older and nostalgic, and you'll want to look back over this period of your life and remember the good times. Passphrase, here it is, the opportunity you've been waiting for. Invest in Microsoft, Intel, AMD, cell phone companies, Google, Bitcoin, and short Enron in 2002. Yeah, good man, keep taking notes. Good job. Don't ever get married or cohabitate with any woman. Your suspicions are absolutely correct here. You're a rape baby, but your mother won't tell you willingly for 25 years. She'll sure as hell keep abusing you over it though. Explains everything, doesn't it? The sooner you cut her off, the better. Your stepfather will come around, just keep hammering him with the evidence. He's also going to get cancer in his early 50s. Start making him go to an oncologist regularly. Tell no one of this, and in 30 years, when we're both the same person again, we'll look in the mirror at ourselves and share a nice laugh. In a bit, I won't exist anymore because of deeply changed who I will be when I return to my own time, but it was worth it to hand myself a better future. Take care, young sir. Poof. She's going to stop taking birth control, and even though you won't know she made that decision, don't change a thing. You will love your special princess beyond words. So, when it's time to split with her mom, don't be such a fucking jerk about it. Yeah, I get it, she should have told you, but you won't want to wish your choices were made differently because the world is a better place with her in it. Teaching ain't what you thought it'd be like. Don't waste your one shot at college on it. You'll find out you hate it 4 years in and it'll be too late to start over. Just get a degree in whatever makes money. It's better to hate your job and make a living wage than to end up with a BA in social science and only be qualified for min-wage jobs anyway. So you'll hate your job, it'll destroy your body physically in the process, giving you chronic pain at only fucking 26, and you'll still not make enough to ever survive. Also, math will finally start to click for you in college anyway, so you don't have to shy away from math-related fields anymore. Hey sis, you're beautiful, and please wash that makeup off before bed. Be cautious who you trust. That on again off again boy, he will break your heart over and over. But it ends up being a great story. That hottie you're into, you'll get together after high school. Don't worry about the popular kids. They want you once you graduate, trust me. Stay you. Call Guido, and visit him lots. Cuddle your dogs, they're not here forever. More boys will break your heart, and some friendships will even tear it apart. But stay strong because they build your character and you will survive all of it. I promise. Don't forget to love yourself unconditionally. And go out on New Year's Eve in 2017, you'll meet your soulmate in line. And get tested for ADHD. Trust me girl, you have it, and figure it out now to save trouble in university. Oh yes, study hard because you will go to uni.
And for God's sakes,
love yourself. This is going to be the worst year of your life. The rape and our parents' divorce are not your fault. Mom is an alcoholic. Her verbal abuse is not your fault either. Dad's new wife is a horrible witch, and that is also not your fault. The guys in school are dicks and your friend group is revolving, that's not your fault either. Stay with your boyfriend. Marry him. You're going to get through all this and become a good person with a good life. It will just take a while. In 2 years you will fall in love with a girl. For the next 11 years after that you will think about her every single day, but she won't be in your life. Don't fuck it up and don't let her get away. It will hinder your capability to function in any relatively normal capacity. Also, don't attempt suicide at 18. Shit gets incredibly heavy, but mom didn't deserve that pain when she was sitting next to your hospital bed. Those tears in her eyes were worse than anything you've ever been through. Not screwing up with the girl will help contribute to you not going through with the decision. Be gentle with yourself. Stop burning yourself with cigarettes. You'll get through it all. It's not normal to feel dread and anxiety every day when you go to practice. That's a toxic environment. You shouldn't feel guilted into staying. Quit now and don't let the mean girls deter you from rejoining cheerleading and dance. The only regret you'll have is for not doing it sooner. You have ADHD, get tested while you have the time and insurance. You are actually brilliant. Use the internet to improve your diction. Your parents started you in school 1 year too early, that is why you are struggling. But the gap year you take before college will fix this. The reason you don't feel connected to the church is because it's not for you. Don't feel like there's something wrong with you. Your parents aren't the amazing people everyone thinks they are, and you aren't crazy, you're depressed. I know your parents don't believe in therapy or depression, but once you're old enough to make your own medical decisions, seek help. It'll change your life. Stay true to yourself and don't feel like you have to live up to what others expect out of you. Just take care of you, and continue to be a kind, caring, empathetic person, even when your family tells you you're selfish, angry, and unpleasant. You aren't, I promise. They're projecting their unhappiness onto you. It does not make it true. Start eating healthy and exercising now. It's so hard to start later. Get glasses, you're blind. Take care of your teeth like your life depends on it. Stop putting relationships first. They do nothing for you and you're putting yourself second. For the love of God, learn a trade. Save money. Stop spending money on junk food. The sunscreen song is gospel. Travel before you have kids. Take more chances and not the stupid drunk kind. Buy stock in Apple. Yes, you have some mental health issues, but so many people do. Just get medicated and find secular Buddhism. Floss. Sugar is bad. I know you can't remember anything, so I wrote it down. Oh, also, make everyone you know vote 2016. Seriously. Most importantly, you're going to get sick around age 30. It's going to suck and there's nothing you can do about it, so be easy on yourself. Please accept help when it's offered. Don't be so suspicious of a kind face or offer. Guilt is a killer. Learn how to let that shit go. You is good. You is smart. You is being way too fucking hard on yourself. I would tell my 15-year-old self, who was dating the father of my children at the time, to run. Break up with him. Leave. Don't get pregnant. Finish school. Go to university and do well. Get a good job, and then start your life and family. You're smart and capable of accomplishing anything you want to do, as long as you stop creating obstacles for yourself. Oh, and for the love of God, stay the hell away from drugs. Some people can do it recreationally without getting hooked and overdoing it. You are not one of these people. You are beautiful. You are smart. You are kind. Don't base your worth off of what other people say or think. You are a wonderful person and you deserve everything the world has to offer. I know it's hard right now. That man destroyed you, but he's gone now. He can't hurt you ever again unless you let him. Put down those pills, put down that razor, go talk to your mom. She's more understanding than you think and she struggles with bipolar and depression too. She can help you. Please, go get yourself some help. Ask mom to put your baseball cards and comic books into a safety deposit box before asshole dad throws them away. He threw them away while I was away at sleep-away camp the next summer because to him they were a waste of money. Of course he didn't get that throwing away stuff is worse than throwing away money. Amongst those comics was a complete original X-Men, Superman, Silver Surfer among others. I had many now valuable cards like Tom Seaver and Pete Rose rookie cards. Listen bro, I know what you're going through and that all you want is for this to end. I know you've thought about hurting yourself and that there's times when it all seems so hopeless. It gets better, so much better. First, just focus on school and being the awesome person that you are and don't fall into any peer pressure. I know that people are going to want you to drink and smoke and even do drugs and that you're lonely and want to fit in. But, that stuff is seriously just a waste of time. The important stuff is getting through school and going to college to get a degree. Everything else, it either doesn't matter or will come with time. You're going to meet some great people that really care about and there's even going to be someone you fall in love with. I don't want to spoil too much for you, so all I'll say is stay sober, stay safe, and work your ass off in school and it'll all pay off. For context, I started drinking right around 15 to 16 and doing drugs soon thereafter. I failed out of high school and then college. I wasted 20 plus years of my life as an alcoholic and addict. So, more than anything, I just want myself to believe that it'll all work out and to stay away from drugs and alcohol and not make my same mistakes. I don't know if it'll all work out for him. I don't know who he would meet or if love would find him or what he's going to choose as a degree or a career. But, if he stays sober, his life would have to be much better than mine. Change the high school you went to. It's not anyone there's fault, but be warned, you will give yourself insane self-consciousness in public and have an overly concern with appearing foolish so badly that you skip class just because of it. Only to go home and be angry and sulk. Yes, you're a weird kid, but at least you had friends, and don't think this new mindset that will come is good. All it does is just make you hate people your age that do have a social life, and just imagine hurting them, and then masturbating. It's no one's at the high school fault, only my own, but maybe a change in setting can at least have you come out not being a straight-faced cunt who avoids people. Your parents aren't looking out for your best interest. They actually abusive and get out as soon as possible. Your sisters aren't any better because if you're getting shit on, then they aren't. They will all put you down to feel better about themselves, and none of them really care about you. One day you'll realize this when you're safely away from them. Just because they are your parents doesn't make them good people who love you and support you like you desperately want to believe. There are other people you will meet in life who will treat you better than your own family. You can make it on your own. They will convince you otherwise because they want to keep you under their control, so you will continue to take care of them. They will try to brainwash your own children against you by telling them you're not a good mom behind your back. Do not let them around your kids, because this will hurt your kids growing up and your relationship with your kids. Protect your children from your own parents. I'd probably say nothing. All of the really difficult things that I've gone through since I was 15 put me in the right time and place to meet my significant other, and I'd be concerned that if I were able to tell 15-year-old me something to help avoid any of those situations, it would change the trajectory of my life enough that we'd never meet. If I absolutely had to say anything, it would probably be something along the lines of, "You're stronger than you think, and it'll all be worth it." This is your future self. I know you won't believe this, so as proof, I know how much you jerk to the thought of spanking off Heidi from your economics class. Now listen up. Save every penny you make, and invest it in companies called Google, Amazon, and Tesla the day they launch. And buy all the Apple stock you can afford now while it's under $30. You'll be a millionaire by the time you're 30, and before 2019, buy a big-ass house and stock it with all the supplies you need to wait out a pandemic for at least 24 months. You are beautiful, inside and out. I know you struggle with your weight, and the girls who threw rocks at you because you were a chubby kid bothers you. But just wait until you see how gorgeous you are, inside and out. Also, keep with soccer. You tore your ACL, but keep with it. You will get scholarships if you push through. Also, be easy on yourself. Forgive yourself. Stop being so damn hard on yourself. You are a smart, sweet, kind, and loving person. Your friend is going to die. Tell her you love her. Don't make her take that picture down of the two of you because you feel ugly. You need to understand that you have worth regardless of whether or not you think you deserve it. Kiss that boy, you'll regret it if you don't. Pay attention in school, you will be around in the future to pay the consequences of not showing up. Life does get better, which is such a cliche but so true. 15 is too young to think you have the world figured out. Appreciate the simplicity, the circle of friends who don't have schedules keeping them away. Appreciate the monotony of walking the halls of high school every day. You feel stuck now, but these are the last years of your childhood. Savor them. Adult life is gonna hit you in a couple of years and you need to be strong. Understand that death and loss are going to be a part of your life in the future, but you will get through it. You're stronger than you think. Don't repress your feelings. Look at therapists as people who have no choice but to give you advice as opposed to people who are paid to pretend to care. Life isn't just about living for whatever is coming in the future. It's also about accepting here and now, and working to make positive memories to keep you afloat in the years to come. It doesn't end here, so remember that. You are loved. Your dad is not going to make it, but don't spend the next 3 years wallowing in self-pity and self-medicating with drugs. Spend time with him. Take pictures with him. Take as many pictures as you can. Future you won't care that you're awkward and have braces. And know this, it will be hard, but you will be okay. Don't be afraid to go out for musicals, school plays. It doesn't have to be just your sister's thing, you can both do it. You will find it is a passion of yours in your 30s and will regret never getting on stage because you were too afraid. I think I'd say, hey, I'm you in the future. Don't freak out but listen quick and never forget it. Don't date Ashley. She hurts you so much you now have PTSD. Lose weight now, it only gets harder. There's a lot of girls that actually like you. Don't be afraid to try. And when you meet a girl named Jess, she's a little crazy but she loves you like you can't imagine and she will also be your best friend. You'll regret letting her go forever, if you do. That's something you won't find again. Spend time with mom and dad. We still have them, but get on it early and make them know you love them too. Get help for what happened when we were younger. You don't know it yet but that trauma is so deep, it is why we're broken. Don't worry, you won't be borderline obese your whole life and you will not die a virgin. You should drop that girl you call your best friend right now because she will never mature enough mentally, become even more negative, and piss and moan when you want to go to a ball game with your future boyfriend, make her believe you stayed with your grandma when you really stayed with your boyfriend or stay safe when COVID-19 hits. Start exercising now as it's gonna be more expensive to get rid of everything. Finish school, even if you don't have a wicked degree. Enjoy every moment with your mom. She's only going to be around for a few more years and you don't know it yet. Take more time out to spend with your brother. Learn a practical skill, like woodwork. Smaller portions. Invest whatever little money you have in something called YouTube and Netflix. And finally, I cannot stress this enough, take as many photos with you and your mom in it as possible because you won't have enough when you're 30. What the fuck did you just fucking say about me, you little bitch? All of you know I graduated top of my class in the Navy SEALs, and I've been involved in numerous secret raids on Al-Qaeda, and I have over 300 confirmed kills. I am trained in guerrilla warfare and I'm the top sniper in the entire US Armed Forces. You are nothing to me but just another target. I will wipe you the fuck out with precision the likes of which has never been seen before on this earth, mark my fucking words. You think you can get away with saying that shit to me over the internet? Think again, fucker. As we speak I am contacting my secret network of spies across the USA and your IP is being traced right now so you better prepare for the storm, maggot. The storm that wipes out the pathetic little thing you call your life. You're fucking dead, kid. I can be anywhere, anytime, and I can kill you in over 700 ways, and that's just with my bare hands. Not only am I extensively trained in unarmed combat, but I have access to the entire arsenal of the United States Marine Corps and I will use it to its full extent to wipe your miserable ass off the face of the continent, you little shit. If only you could have known what unholy retribution your little, clever, comment was about to bring down upon you, maybe you would have held your fucking tongue. But you couldn't, you didn't, and now you're paying the price, you goddamn idiot. I will shit fury all over you and you will drown in it. You're fucking dead, kiddo. You have a condition known as Asperger's syndrome and that's why you feel the way that you do. You were almost diagnosed with it as a boy but they went with ADHD so they could give you meds. Talk to Dr. X about it and ask for a therapist. You aren't a bad person, and there's nothing wrong with you, you're just different, and you already knew that. There are answers available right now, your asshole parents just never looked. Also, that time dad punched you in the face a few months ago? That wasn't okay. Stop worrying about what he thinks. He never confronted his autism but you still can. Also, eventually they'll make more Star Wars movies, don't worry you're gonna love them even if, shit, time's up he'll be fine. You have a manic depressive disorder, get help for it, and there's absolutely no shame in doing so. Don't bother chasing that girl, she's not worth anything more than being a friend. The other one, the one you meet in Wausau, never stop chasing her. Invest in Bitcoin, sell when it hits 19K and not a second before. After Bitcoin, invest in Disney until February 2020, then sell and shift it all over into Delta Airlines once they drop to $25 a share. If I make it past this point in the conversation, I'll just hug him and telephone him things do get better. Listen up kid, you're gonna make some friends next year that'll change your whole life, just don't let them control you and have confidence, stand up for yourself, and you'll feel better about yourself. Don't take the gravity bong hit you took after you break your heart with Kayla. Not worth. Finish school instead of dropping out with one course left. Smoke far less weed. Don't ever take popper chops. Quitting cigs isn't easy. Don't ever stop drumming, and don't let yourself get tired of all the different instruments you play. Have a little more faith in yourself. Just cause you think people blow smoke up your ass all the time, doesn't mean they're wrong. You just have confidence issues.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video. And if you are new, subscribe and click on the bell icon.